anybody wanting to see Anthony Joshua, who's in his team, that want to go and see him fight Tyson Fury right now, does not care about his well-being books. You have never seen nobody in the history of heavyweight boxing who has lost twice, back to back, and then got a shot at the world title. So right. And if that was the case, if we look at guys who have come back and regained their titles, no person has lost twice the spin after being a world champion. Anybody turning around saying that they want to see that fight for Anthony Joshua is like Anthony Joshua is trying too hard to prove things to other people and he's prove things to himself. If you can't see that there's something that needs to be stabilized within Anthony Joshua as a human being, then you're selfish. I don't want to see that boy get hurt, you know. I don't want to see him get hurt. He's a lovely human being. Because he was to go and fight against Tyson Fury and come up second best, that'd be 3 back-to-back losses, right? He'll be broken from that. If he's not broken already, he'll be broken right now. Keep on winning. Believe. You have to believe in yourself. You taking this fight right now, that's not showing me that you believe in yourself. You know what I mean? Believing in yourself is leaving no stone unturned. And this here is like, oh, well, it's been offered, so we're going to take it.
And those are the words of the knowledge Spencer Fearon as he gives his counterpunch on Anthony Joshua taking on Tyson the Gypsy King Fury. And, you know, on the health side of things, the well-being of a fighter is based on the punishment that you take or the punishment that you don't take. How fresh are you? Are you getting pushed too fast? Are you doing too much too soon? Are you prepared? Are you ready? Are you mentally, physically, emotionally, you know? And Spencer's saying that if you want Anthony Joshua to fight Tyson Fury, you're selfish and you don't care for his well-being. I think that Anthony Joshua and his well-being, I think it would be more mentally versus physically. I want to see the fight simply because I believe that Anthony Joshua would pose a better challenge to Tyson Fury than Anthony Joshua to Usyk, because Usyk is a different fighter. And I understand that styles make fights, but I also understand that when you're going from one hard fight to the next, that could be detrimental on your body, you know, on you. But I also understand the reason why Anthony Joshua is doing it, because he has been, and he's understood that he's a part of the wheel. He keeps this wheel going of a lot of people, 258 Management Company, Matchroom, DAZN, you know, all these endorsements that pay him a lot of money to essentially see him perform. He knows that he is the only one that's keeping that going. If Anthony Joshua decided to like fly to some part of Africa and just stay secluded for a month, a lot of people would crumble around him. A lot of people wouldn't have jobs because their jobs consist of making sure he's doing his job. Okay? And I think he's doing this for other people, but that's what happens when you are a type of person that people depend on, you know. And I feel that Joshua fighting Tyson Fury at this point is a make or break fight. It is. Now, it depends on how this fight goes. You know, that depends on, you know, if Anthony Joshua took the punishment that he took, that Tyson Fury gave Deontay Wilder in their last fight together, I would recommend him retire. Because you've already got outclassed by someone smaller, Usyk. Then you got knocked out or beat up or then knocked out, which is two bad things for you. I would say he would need to, because at this point, they're just using him as a cash out. So maybe what Spencer's saying is, you know, they're cashing out on Anthony Joshua because Tyson Fury decided to now all of a sudden fight Anthony Joshua. Then that's something you always have to question, and I always will question. win or lose. Because if Tyson goes in there and beats the shit out of Anthony Joshua, hey, that's a good decision that they decided to make to fight Joshua now versus why didn't you fight this motherfucker 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, last year? Why? Because you could talk about that Andy Ruiz shit, but Andy Ruiz hasn't really deemed to be dangerous. He just deemed to be beatable. Anybody with a jab can beat Andy Ruiz at this point, right? But other than that, nobody was really in a hurry to fight Anthony Joshua, regardless of the money, besides a few and proud people like Charles Martin and, Andy Ruiz, of course, because he needed it. And, Usyk and Pulev because they were mandatories. But other than that, like, you didn't see Wilder running in there trying to fight Joshua. It didn't matter how much fucking money they offered him. You didn't see Tyson Fury do that up until all of a sudden, oh, well, our arbitration's up, so I can't fight Anthony Joshua for 2 times the money. You know what I mean? So I don't buy that. I don't buy any of that shit anymore. I think they're wanting to fight Anthony Joshua at the most vulnerable time. It is a strategic move by Team Fury to take that fight now. And they're doing it for the money. Eddie Hearn's doing it for the money. Everybody else around him, Angel Fernandez, Robert Garcia, a lot of other people feel that he shouldn't even take this fight right now. So I understand Spencer Fearon, because what happens if Anthony Joshua does get hurt? Like, what really happens then? Besides the people that hate him because he makes all the money, he's still fucking living, breathing flesh, and he could still be affected, damaged, hurt, broken. Those type of things could happen to him. Permanently affected, But, because, you're dealing with someone like Tyson Fury that is on a roll. Wilder, White, now Joshua, so he's on a roll right now. Okay. And you have to keep in mind that guys like John Fury, are really outspoken and verbal about Tyson Fury taking too much punishment. That's why he should retire. And they've been saying that shit for years. Okay. So it's good to at least hear someone talk in defense of Joshua. Like, look, I care for this brother's well-being. This guy, has helped a lot of people become millionaires. He's helped the sport tremendously. And now he's taken 2 losses back to back. Now he's fighting the best fighter in the world, or the other best fighter in the world. Shouldn't we be concerned about him? You know what I mean? So it is good and it's refreshing to hear somebody care about Anthony Joshua. But I feel my counterpunch that Anthony Joshua will do something in this fight that makes people understand who he really is as a fighter. But again, it will be a make or break moment, and that moment is worth watching, and sometimes risks are worth taking. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of the knowledge speaking his mind on Anthony Joshua. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!